Hey all, it's your girl T. As you see, no makeup, no nothing. I'm in my Temu pajamas. Shout out to Temu. My bestie gave it to me. So I'm a little under the weather in Brooklyn. As you see, please keep your vitamins. Make sure you take care of yourself. You cover yourself up because being sick ain't no joke. And my poor little mama, she's sick too. So it's like, wow. But I only came on here because there's so much going on. And I want to do Pajama Chronicles. So, Beyonce. Yo, the hate is real. But I know she knows, that people are either going to love her or they're going to hate her. That's just being Beyonce. You understand? She's a very hardworking girl. She's been doing this over 20 plus years. She's been performing and doing stuff ever since she was a child. So I think she deserves everything she gets. I think that her shows are amazing. I don't care what anybody say. When Beyonce does something, she's doing something for a reason. And I believe that the Country Music Awards try to say that she's not irrelevant in their genre. Stay your ass over there in the R&B section. No, I can go all over. I can do anything. And she can. She's very well in everything. Her mother and her father trained her well. And as you see, it's going on with her daughter, Blue. I feel like Blue's auntie from Brooklyn. I'm very proud of Blue. And I'm very proud of Beyonce. I'm proud that they starting them off early. That's what you got to do. You got to start your children off early. And all y'all fucking haters, it has to be racists and people like us that hate on our own people. Beyonce is doing an amazing job, especially with her daughter. She is a role model. And y'all see here, I hear a lot of people say that, they look at stars as role models. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not Dirty Red, Sexy Red, Glorilla, all of. I'm not looking at them, Nicki Minaj and all of them, Cardi B and all of. They're not role models. They're just characters in this show. Beyonce is a role model for her daughter. She is out there, she's working, and she's putting her work in. And I love it. And she keep doing it. You keep doing it. You be an example for other women that has daughters. Your daughters are supposed to look up to you. Not no whores. We don't want them to be whores and dirty girls, toxic individuals. She is raising her daughter to be who she wants to be. And it looked like Blue was working hard for it. So shout out to Blue, the Carter family. The whole show was amazing. All the white. And Jolene. I love Jolene. I love it. I love all of it was amazing. Like, Beyonce makes you, like, you can't keep your eye off of it. Like, you gotta always watch because she's doing something. So I want to give a shout out to her. And to all y'all haters, don't be hating because she works hard. Don't be hating because she is the thing right now. And she's good. And y'all know y'all like her. If y'all don't like her, scroll past, delete, remove. Y'all don't have to. Okay? Now, the next thing. I love you, B. I love you, Blue. And Jay, I love you. Okay, let's talk about Jay. So, these past couple of weeks, it has been very hectic for my Sagittarius brother. But I like his style and his swagger. Because regardless to what he was going through, he came out for his daughter's premiere. And I respect that. You don't let nobody push you in, or tell you to stay in because of some type of accusation that we all know is not true. Because if it was true, it would have came up a long time ago. Also, a special needs white girl. Now, I just found out that they're not going to allow her identity to be shown. We don't need her identity. We already saw her hands and we already heard how she talks. Something is wrong with her, okay? She don't got her dates right. She don't must go with her. And then it's just common sense. Find hours you live away. Who drives a special needs 5 hours to Manhattan and then leave her there like that? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, and then you said your father came back and got you, which your mother and father will remember the whack ass shit we done did in our life. Okay? They will remember that shit. So why he didn't remember him picking you up 5 hours there, going 5 hours there and going 5 hours back without choking you out or taking you to the hospital? Because if you was raped and you was abused, they would have noticed it. This is another thing I don't understand with parents. You should know your children. You should know their energy. You should know when something is wrong, when something is bad, when something is bothering them. That's how you know you are connected. My mother knew when something was wrong with me at all times because she has a connection with me. And if y'all parents don't have a connection with your children, that's on y'all. Okay? So I'm hearing that they're going to keep her identity to herself and they're going to continue with the, which I believe is going to be thrown out. I think that they didn't like his aggressive behavior and how he was handling things. But you want to hear something? Everybody else can do that shit. But as soon as a black man do it, it's an issue. And that's a problem with me. So my thing is, I'm praying that everything work out for Jay, you know, and that he clears his name, you know, and all these people that's coming out with these false accusations just to get money. God don't like ugly. You will get yours, okay? Now, and dirty lawyers, I don't like them either. Mr. Busby, I don't like Mr. Busby. First of all, you don't even know your client. You don't know her information. You're going to let her go on a wide platform and not have her story straight? And then you're going to say, oh, I didn't vet her out? That's something is wrong with you. You need to check your firm and you need to check your own ass. Okay. So the next thing. FBA, Foundational Black Americans. So we took on this name. I believe this was dealing with Tariq Nasheed. We took on this name because we started noticing that the Africans have something with us. Even the West Indians, they have something with us that we had to separate ourselves and make it more of a lineage. Where we have foundational Black Americans. These are the people, my ancestors, that has been here over 500 years. Okay? And I have proof. I put up my FBA papers. Y'all don't believe me? Go ahead. Y'all need to do it too. Put up your FBA papers. If y'all been here, y'all family, y'all ancestors, y'all great-great-grandparents was here in the 1800s, you need to put down your information because that means you're a foundational Black American. Now, if your ancestors was not born here in America in the 1800s, you're not a foundational Black American, okay? We don't have nothing against you. We love all our Black people. But everybody needs to know their place in society. Now, you have this character, Fat Joe. Let me tell you something. Let me express this too. I've been in this era of music since the 80s. Okay? I was the first, how can you say, street team? The first internet, it was like a whole bunch of us. Crazy Sam, y'all know who he is. Ralph McDaniels, really, he was the big man. So he didn't really fuck with us that much. I don't know if he even remember us, but it was us. The street team that was going out there promoting with the video, promoting with the cassette tapes, the posters, the t-shirts. We was out there. We was going to different places. We was dropping all these tapes, these CDs, the tapes and stuff to these different places to blow up these artists. We did it. Okay. And this was back in the 90s. I will never forget it. Okay, it was a lot of hard work. I went through a lot with Crazy Sam, but we learned a lot in this industry, the studios and all of that. Okay, but one thing for me growing up in the 80s of the beginning of hip hop, like I think the late 70s, 80s, the first artist I ever heard perform came to my school in 87 was I love it, Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane came near and he was performing and it was so cute. And I was young. Yeah, we was young, like 14, 15, 13, 14 or whatever. We just to see a dark-skinned guy rapping, doing his thing. He was mad fly. That's the first introduction to hip-hop for me. And I already know he wasn't cussing. He wasn't saying fuck your mother, fuck your father. He wasn't talking about dick, pussy, ass, all that. He wasn't doing none of that. He was not. It was all about romance and loving and all of that. And I appreciate that. And then my mother took us to our first record studio, which is PJ's. That's on Church Avenue. I will never forget. Anybody from Brooklyn know PJ's on Church Avenue? We went and got us our first records, and that was Milk is Chillin', Giz is Illin', What More Can I Say, Top Billin'. That's how we love that shit. And I had Self-Destruction. So my sister had the Top Billin', and I had the Self-Destruction. I was all about power to the people for years, okay? So that was our time in hip-hop. And you want to hear something? I did not see one Spanish person. I didn't see one Spanish person, one Jamaican person. And if they was, they didn't put it out there in the street. They didn't let everybody know who they was or what they was and stuff like that. And then a lot of them was very prejudiced. Spanish people were very prejudiced back in the day. They did not want their kids messing around with no negritos, okay? But they connected with us because we had some type of spunk about us. Some type of splash. They loved us and they was around us. So that's all I know. Now, I found out about Jamaican music, not with hip hop. Let's put this straight, Buster. Not with hip hop. It was more of Church Avenue in the 80s. And that's when Boyaka, what's his name? Shabba Ranks came out. I will never forget that. That was my first introduction to Jamaican music. And it was no rapping. It was no chatting or no rapping and ting like that. It was just Shabba Ranks doing his shit with his ugly ass, his ugly cute ass. But he would do his thing. I mean, trololo, you know. So it was fun, but everybody had their genres of music. Everybody. It wasn't that, oh, this one is mixed with this one. Everybody had their genre of music. And I appreciated it. I love to have my Jamaican music or my salsa music or my hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't, how can you say, it didn't split us apart like that. Everybody just carried their own. So that's why I don't understand how now you hear Busta and you hear Fat Joke talk about, it was Spanish people and Jamaican people that made hip-hop. Get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy? Now, let's take this back. Because I like education, right? So, it wasn't even back in the days. It was actually a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, this is before Kool Herc got sick. I think he had a stroke or something. I went to Kool Herc's lecture. It was him, Dr. Umar, and David Banner, and it was in Bed-Stuy. And that's the first time I ever really Kool Herc, didn't know his position, and he told his story. And that's when I found out that he was Jamaican, but he also expressed that it was American culture. It was the American experience, that the Black American experience, you know, what we was going through, the suffering, you know, the housing, the schooling, how our communities was. This is what made us do music. And he even expressed it wasn't Jamaican music. You know, he said it was more his speakers. He did music. But he never said that Jamaican culture influenced him to do hip-hop. I heard him. I did a lecture with him. I never heard him say, you know, Jamaican. I didn't know anything until that he was Jamaican until now. You know, so I respected that. And he respected our culture, our background. And he also stressed that they was not mixing Jamaican music with the hip-hop. They were doing James Brown. James Brown is the most sampled man in the world. They were using old school disco beats, all African, foundational Black Americans. These are all people that were born here. Their ancestors was born here that influenced him to do what he did with music. Him and his sister having parties and stuff like that. Now, you want to get into the African Bambaataa. I'm not going to get into the African Bambaataa because, yes, he was one of the founders because he did a lot of parties and stuff like that. But he also has allegations of him being a molester, that he was taking advantage of Black boys back in the day. So he can never get no props from me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he had a part in hip hop. He should just have a little part. He should have nothing else until those allegations are gone. And you say you ain't do nothing to these kids, what's going? And what's so bug is that so many people knew that he had this behavior and nobody said anything. You know why? Because people like riding on people fucking coattails. Anyway, so hip hop to me was not derived by Jamaicans or Spanish people. Also, when I saw Spanish people, the Spanish people didn't really mess with Black people that much. But in hip hop, you saw times change. Like we invite something a man said. You invite somebody to the cookout. They got invited to the cookout. So by them getting invited to the cookout, they were carrying crates. They also was doing the graffiti and the breakdancing. That's what I saw growing up in the 80s and the 90s. I never saw a Spanish dude on the mic. I ain't never see him on the mic. He probably was doing some music, but I ain't never see him on the mic. I ain't never saw a Spanish person on the mic. And I sure didn't hear no Jamaicans chatting with the rap music. No, everybody was in their own lane. So for them to still be fighting about this after all these years and Fat Joe gonna go in and call us some FBA dirty niggas, now that pissed me off. Okay, this chocolate queen right here, that made me mad. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. How dare you call us dirty niggas? First of all, how dare you even say the N-word? It was no Miguel or Hector hanging on any goddamn tree in the South. In any Black American experience. Let's just keep that gully. Okay? That's why I don't understand why us as Black people, because it's our fucking fault. We gave him and all these other people the pass to say the N-word. No, you don't get the pass to say the N-word. It's so bad because I did Joel Ortiz video back in the days. A couple of years ago. And Latino. And I did it because, my nephew's Latino. His mother's Spanish. You understand? So I wanted to at least have something up under my record to shout out to Spanish people. So I did the Joel Ortiz video, and it was amazing. Y'all can look it up, Latino. And they said nigga more than that. And I even asked them. They was like, oh, no, we just cool. We come from the same hood. No, I didn't feel comfortable with it at all. It was so many Spanish people saying nigga. I could not believe it. I was like, this is horrible. Like, I did not like it. I didn't do another job with him anymore. But I just didn't like that thing. So my thing is, us people, stop giving people the pass. Stop giving them the pass to be able to say nigga, 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 nigga. You can't do that. You can't do that. No, I don't even say the word. I don't even like the damn word. So that Fat Joe shit is really our fault. We played ourselves, allowing these people to, outsiders to come in and disrespect us. I'm not with it. And to my Africans, I love y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, we would not be here. The world would not be here. But what I'm learning from people from Africa and the islands, learn American history. Please. Learn about my American history before you judge us. Before you be disrespectful to us. Just learn my history. Don't say nothing else. Learn my history because I learned your history. I learned about Nigeria. I learned about Ghana. I learned about Ethiopia. I learned about Egypt. I learned about South Africa. I learned about all these countries because that's what my mother and our people here in America wanted us to do, was learn our history about our people. But when y'all come here, y'all don't know our history, but then y'all sit here and disrespect us. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. If I know your culture, learn my culture. So that's for the Africans and that's for the West Indies. Learn each other's culture before you try to disrespect us. Let me say this reparation shit real fast, too. Everybody talk about reparations, or we don't deserve reparation. We need to get over it. Especially y'all foreigners. How dare y'all? Y'all need to get y'all reparations from that dead queen over there laid up there with your diamonds and rubies in Europe, okay? In France. Go get y'all's. All the West Indians and Africans, y'all need to go over there and get y'all's. We want our reparations from our slave masters over here, the colonizers in America, especially foundational Black Americans. We deserve it. We worked hard enough for it, just like y'all worked hard enough for it over there in those countries. Y'all need to get it from them. So do not come for us and say that we trying to divide each other. Because regardless to what, when you come over here to America, you think these whites care if you... I'm Guyanese. I'm Jamaican. I'm from Puerto Rico. They don't give a fuck. You're still a Black person, or you still a Spanish person, or AKA diluted Spanish person. Because one of my homegirls, and I tell anybody, she said she went to Spain. And she was so excited because she's Spanish. She was so excited. And she tried to get on the bus, and they said, we don't let negritos up there. She was like, I'm Spanish, I'm light-skinned. She was like, nah, we don't, y'all diluted. Y'all from our slaves. And that's fucked up because that's how they think. But us, we be quick to go against one another. So do your history before you start popping shit, okay? Do your history. Do our history. Do your history. They said if you want to keep something from a Black person or any people, keep it in a book. Do your history, okay? Because I read. Excuse me, because you know I'm going through a cold. Yeah, because this is my Pajama Chronicle. Because I had to come out because there's just so much stuff going on. And let me say this, Lord Jamal. I just really disgusted that you had to get your likes and your clicks from this negative bastard, Fat Joe. You know, you're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. You're an awesome artist. I will never forget in this room right here. You probably don't remember, but I remember. My friend Rodney Holly. He knew you for years. And he knew that I loved you as an artist. Because I know you married. I'm not trying to disrespect your wife. Right? As an artist. And you came here to smoke a blunt with me. I will never forget it. You always been cool. You always been down to earth. You always been chill. So I'm going to respect that. So don't even let that bastard, okay? Because look, you're getting your likes and your clicks and your views up just because of his bad behavior. So where you got negative press, you get your positive press. And then you move on. You move on. Because you're not going to give Fat Joe that energy. Let me tell y'all a story about Fat Joe. So all my life, I've been in the hip-hop industry. I love the hip-hop, whatever the case may be. And who saved me was Big Daddy Kane. So y'all can look in my videos, the story I have about Big Daddy Kane taking me out of hip-hop. But Fat Joe... I swear to God, every time I think about him, it just makes me so upset, especially that Math Hoffa. When you got people that sit there and laugh, that means they not from here, so they don't really care about us. They are really riding on our coattails. They really is. They really riding on our coattails. I don't know if we should take it as a compliment or we take it as a disrespect. I don't know. I don't know. But let me see if anything else, because I'm getting tired. That I wanted to talk about. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of y'all. I just want to say that make this a blessed New Year for you. You know? So many people has gone, went to the, upper room. A lot of people are ancestors. A lot, my niece just lost her son, and it's just a lot. So you got to appreciate your time, your loved ones, your friends, appreciate the moments, the energy, because they can just be going just like that. So definitely I want to send love up to everybody. Thank you for taking the time to watch me while I'm popping shit about what's going on today. Oh, we saw Wendy Williams. Oh, I think Wendy gonna come back. I want Wendy to come back. Wendy, come back. Wendy, come back. She looked good. She looked good. She had to support her son. But, you know, I want to say a happy new year. Blessings to everybody. And please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Tell people what you think, or let me know what you think. You know, I know that we're not going to have everybody that like me. You're not going to have everybody that don't like you. You know, but regardless to what, we need our haters. But we want healthy haters. We don't want no disrespectful, you trying to hurt us haters. You know. But thank you so much for spending the time with me. And I'm sick. But I got nothing but love for you. Bye, everybody.